Let's go Broncos! The energy in Denver is absolutely electric right now. And Broncos country, I have something huge to share with you. The kind of news that doesn't just give you hope, it makes you believe. The kind of behind-the-scenes move that could completely change the trajectory of a franchise aiming for the Super Bowl. We're talking about a game-changing, culture-shifting, playoff-pushing upgrade in our coaching staff. Sean Payton has just made one of the smartest, boldest moves of the offseason, and it has everything to do with our special teams. The Denver Broncos have secured the services of Darren Rizzy, aka the Rizzler, as not only our special teams coordinator but also as our assistant head coach. And Broncos fans, make no mistake, this is not your average coordinator hire. This is one of the most powerful chess moves we've seen in a long time. But before we dive deep into why this man might just be the secret weapon that tips the scales in our favor this season, if you've been a Broncos fan for more than 20 years, smash that like button right now. It's always good to see Broncos fans of every generation supporting the team. And if you truly bleed orange and blue, drop a comment. Go Broncos! My heart bleeds orange and blue. Now, let me tell you why Darren Rizzy might be the biggest asset to walk into Dove Valley in years. This guy is cut from the same cloth as Dan Campbell, a fiery, culture-first leader who commands respect and delivers results. He started his football journey as a walk-on tight end, not even expected to make the team, and ended up becoming a consensus All-American with over 2,500 yards and 15 touchdowns. That speaks volumes about his work ethic, leadership, and mindset. And it didn't stop there. His coaching resume spans from Rhode Island to Rutgers, and eventually, the NFL. And wherever he's gone, he's transformed special teams units into elite forces. Case in point, when he took over Miami's special teams, they were ranked 24th. Just one season later, they skyrocketed to second in the league. That's not a fluke, that's coaching mastery. His units consistently ranked in the top 5 regardless of the head coach or the roster turnover, surviving coaching regimes from Tony Sparano to Joe Philbin to Adam Gase. Then came New Orleans. From 2019 to 2024, he engineered one of the most dominant special teams units in modern NFL history. For top-ranked units in 5 seasons, 3 All-Pro selections in a single season, multiple rookies on all-rookie teams, his influence was undeniable. And when the Saints didn't retain him as head coach, players were outraged. Alvin Kamara all but campaigned for him, Jason Taylor called for him to get the job, and team captain Demario Davis said the entire locker room would run through a wall for Coach Rizzy. That's the kind of leader we're getting. Now imagine him working with our Denver Broncos roster. We're talking about a guy who thrives in chaotic environments and builds culture from the ground up, just like he did in New Orleans, a franchise that went nearly 2 decades without a single winning season before turning things around. This is a man who went 3-5 as an interim head coach on a dead-in-the-water Saints team using Spencer Rattler, one of last season's most inconsistent rookie QBs, and still had his players believing they could win every week. And let's talk about what this means for our special teams unit. Darren Rizzy now has Will Lutz at his disposal, one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL last season, over 91% on field goals and perfect on extra points. We lost a critical game last year due to a blocked field goal. This guy can make sure that doesn't happen again. Then there's Marvin Mims, a return dynamo with almost 400 kick return yards, 720 punt return yards, and a touchdown. Mims has already made Pro Bowl appearances and is just getting started. With Rizzy's guidance, his potential is through the roof, especially with new kickoff rules that can be creatively exploited by an experienced coach like him. And then there's our Australian punter, Jeremy Cachot, who Rizzy calls the most talented prospect he's ever seen. That's not an empty compliment coming from someone who's coached multiple All-Pros, Pro Bowlers, and special teams dynamos. Add the altitude in Denver, and Cachot could become a field-flipping weapon every time he touches the ball. Let's not forget, field position matters. A study showed teams with better average starting field position win significantly more games. It's the difference between punting from your 40 or kicking off from the opponent's 30. A top-tier special teams coordinator can flip those margins. And Darren Rizzy isn't just top-tier, he's the best in the league. Broncos country, we were already knocking on the door last season. Now with Bo Nix at quarterback, Payton on the headset, and Rizzy running special teams, that door's about to get kicked in. Every inch matters in this game, and Darren Rizzy is here to make sure we get them all. And here's where things get even more exciting, because Darren Rizzy isn't just bringing elite-level coaching to the special teams unit. He's bringing a culture, he's bringing accountability, and most importantly, he's bringing belief. The same belief that had Saints players begging the front office to make him the permanent head coach. The same belief that now runs through the veins of every coach and player in that Broncos locker room. Rizzy's coaching style isn't just about schemes or formations, although he's mastered those too. It's about connection. It's about rallying a group of players who may be overlooked, who may not be the stars and turning them into difference makers. He uses storytelling, props, and energy that would make even the most cynical vet buy in. This is a guy who wore a Bob the Builder costume in a team meeting to get a message across, and his players loved it. That's not just entertaining, it's effective. That's how you build trust. That's how you take a team that's been struggling and infuse it with hope, purpose, and grit. Let's not forget the context here. The Broncos are not in a rebuild. We are in a resurgence. We are a young, talented team with playoff aspirations that just needed a few critical pieces to get over the hump. Last year, we were a blocked kick, a missed opportunity, a blown field position away from flipping the script. Now, with Rizzy's top-tier coaching combined with Will Lutz's consistency, Marvin Mims' explosiveness, and Jeremy Kishow's booming punts at altitude, we've gone from vulnerable to dangerous. And make no mistake, Sean Payton knew exactly what he was doing bringing Rizzy in. This isn't just a hire, it's a reunion. These two worked together in New Orleans, where Payton saw firsthand how Rizzy's units could dominate. There's a reason Rizzy turned down other opportunities to come to Denver. He believes in Payton's vision. He believes in this team. And more importantly, he sees the raw potential in this roster that maybe the rest of the league is still sleeping on. Let's talk stats again, just to drive this home. Rizzy has coached 13 special teams units in the NFL. 12 of them finished in the top 15. 7 of those had all-pro players, 8 pro bowlers, 6 all-rookie selections. That level of consistency doesn't happen by chance. It happens because Darren Rizzy is one of the best in the business, full stop. Now, think about the edge this gives us in a loaded AFC. You've got teams like the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, all stacked with offensive firepower. But how many of them can truly say they have a field position weapon like Denver is about to unveil? How many of them have a punter being coached by someone who calls him the best he's ever seen? How many have a return man with Mims' speed and vision, being guided by someone who's already put 3 rookies on all-pro teams? We're not just keeping up anymore, we're about to pull ahead. And yes, special teams still get overlooked by the media. But inside NFL circles, the smartest teams know it's a game changer. Bill Belichick built a dynasty giving special teams the same respect as offense and defense. Sean Payton knows it, and now, so do the Broncos. So here's what I want to leave you with. Broncos country, this isn't just hype. This is a strategic move that could reshape our entire season. Darren Rizzy brings experience, leadership, innovation, and results. This is someone who's been through the fire, who's led during chaos, and who's emerged with units that consistently outperform expectations. Now, imagine what happens when you pair that with a rejuvenated Broncos offense, an aggressive defense, and a locker room that believes again. This team isn't just aiming for improvement, we're aiming for greatness. And we just added one of the best weapons in the league to get us there. So don't sleep on special teams. Don't sleep on Darren Rizzy. And most of all, don't sleep on your Denver Broncos. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive Broncos insights, and check out the video right here on screen breaking down our new quarterback Bo Nix and why he might just be the biggest surprise of the season. Until next time, go Broncos!